the Coach Empire 28. Would I buy it again? Let's have a look at it in depth. And then, and then I'll let you know. So anyway, as you've seen, I have one in chalk. That's my summer one. And one in maple, my autumn and winter one. Although I must admit I've used this one in the summer much more than this one. Another strange thing, I've only ever used that with a shoulder strap. That one I haven't used with a shoulder strap. And on that note, can I just say that I've had a clumpy mascara day. Do you know what I mean? You know, when you put your mascara on and your eyelashes all clumped together, and I mean, I put that primer stuff on first, which I've only recently discovered. I never even knew it existed before I started doing YouTube. And you're supposed to put the primer on and it sort of smooths your eyelashes, and then you put the mascara on straight away. What was I saying? Yes, so I put the primer on both lots of eyelashes, and I only usually do one at a time, but I was in a rush because I needed to get to a medical appointment. And so I thought, oh, I'll do both, you know, both eyelash sets of eyelashes, both eyes together anyway, you know what I mean? And then I had to grab something from a medical appointment. I thought, I'll get that now so I don't forget it. And of course, by the time I put the mascara on, the primer stuff had dried, so, you know, it made the situation worse. Then we got to the medical appointment, and that just went on and on and on. So when we were driving back, we got stuck in rush hour traffic. Hence this video is a little bit late, and I do apologise, but I can just say it's been a clumpy mascara day. That's my excuse, and I am sticking to it. Anyway, let's get back to the bags. So, oh, by the way, if you're new here, hi, I'm Kaz. I'm 5 foot nothing, literally. That's 152 centimetres in new money. And I have loved fashion since I was a teenager, over 50 years ago. And I've loved luxury bags and any sort of bags for at least 40 years. And I still love them. Can't see it ever stopping. So, anyway, let's have an in-depth review of the Coach Empire 28 bag. Now, the details that I've seen about the sizes are somewhat confusing because originally it said that the Coach Empire came in a 26, 35 that was only available in the US, the 40 and the 48. But this is a 28. And now we've also got the 34. So if you're confused, so am I. Anyway, this is the 28. Now, before I bought this one first, and him indoors bought me that one as part of my Christmas present, which was very nice of him. Before I bought that one, I ordered the 26, and it was just that little bit too small. You know what I mean? It was almost there, but not quite. I ordered the 28, and it is absolutely perfection. Seriously. The size of it for an all-day bag is just wow. I mean, I think if I could describe my perfect bag in terms of size, what you can put in it, etc., etc., this would be it. And it cost me, now this is in Australian dollars, I don't know what it costs in the US, but I do know that they're cheaper there because obviously Coach is a US make, US brand, sorry. Okay, so this one, the 28, cost $995, but I'll come on to all the different prices and the sizes that are available in Australia at the time of filming, in other words, today. And sorry we're a bit late, but like I said, it's just one of those days. Anyway, this bag, first of all, the leather is absolutely gorgeous. Now, it's glove-tanned leather, which is really nice and soft. It feels soft but sturdy. Anyway, Coach has this to say about it. Glove-tanned leather is made from the highest quality, full-grain leather, meaning the entire outer layer of the hide is retained, resulting in a strong and durable material. And that's good to know, because this bag is not going to age. You know, it's vintage inspired anyway, this sort of dome shape here. I can remember my mother having bags like this in the late 50s and early 60s. So 60 odd years ago. If this goes another 60 years, well, it'll certainly see me out anyway. But do you know what I mean? You're buying a bag that is of fantastic quality, the price compared to, you know, Chanel, Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Givenchy, Loewe, all of those, the price for this is a bargain compared to those others. So the style of it is just a sort of a classic style that, you know, I think is going to look just as good 20 years from now as it does today. And on the Coach website, it says, a vintage-inspired silhouette, our Empire Carryall is designed with a New York state of mind and attitude, crafted of natural grain leather with beautiful texture and soft feel. The roomy 28 features a secure interior centre zip compartment, 2 easy access open sections and a zip pocket to hold essentials. Finished with interior buckles to expand the side gussets when you need a little more room, carry by the top handles, or wear hand-free or hands-free with the detachable crossbody strap. And it is exactly that. I mean, with this, it's like it does what it says on the tin. I mean, we've got the centre compartment, the zip here, and the zip, I'll hold it that way, I think you can see it better. That is a decent zip. On this side there is a pocket with a sort of a snap opening, a snap closure, I should say. There's no other pocket on the other side. Perhaps after saying that there's nothing sort of wrong with this bag, I guess if I was really pushed to find a slight fault with it, and this is almost impossible to show you on the camera, is that the centre zip compartment goes out at the bottom like that. Now, it is attached to the bottom of the bag, so you don't get your fingers going from one side of the pocket, you know, to the other pocket and all of that stuff. But because it's shaped like that in a triangle, it does slightly limit the amount of things that you can get in here. And that is just a small negative. But talking about what fits in here, let me show you. Now, I did try to get my 10-inch tablet in there, and it won't, well, I say it won't go. It might if we undo the buckles. Okay, so the buckles, just here and here. This side, I put them on the shortest setting, so the first of 3 holes, which I don't think you can see there. And this is on the last hole, so that's the maximum width of the bag. And this side is the minimum width. So it makes a lot of difference. But I'm pretty sure that even if I extend the other side out to the 3rd hole at I still don't think a 10-inch tablet will fit in. However, we will put it on the maximum width and see. Okay, so both of those buckles now have been put on the maximum setting, and there you go, the tablet is in there. It sits really nicely next to the zip compartment. However, because of what I was saying earlier about the bottom of the pocket having that sort of triangular shape, it restricts the width at the bottom of either side of your bag. Do you know what I mean? So because the tablet's in now, I can't get anything else to rest on the bottom of the bag. I mean, I can put things in at the side, like, you know, a long wallet, but it's going to sit there. I can't actually push that down to the bottom of the bag on this side. And weight-wise, it's pretty heavy with a tablet in there. I mean, mine isn't the lightest one in the world, but I don't think I'd advise putting anything like that that's really heavy in this bag. I mean, it's sturdy, but, you know, it's not made really for things like, you know, a small laptop or a tablet or iPad, you know, whichever one you have. So I'll put this back on the middle hole, which I think is about the perfect setting. Okay, so the buckles on the side here and the one there are on the middle setting at the moment, and I think that's a good width because, you know, it's still fairly closed at the top, but it leaves just that little bit more room to put things in. So the centre pocket here with the zip on, I put a standard size phone. This is an Android phone. I mean, if you had a larger phone, it would fit in there as well. This is a full-size long wallet. Well, I call them a long wallet. And that, oops, goes in with a little bit of manoeuvring. And you could probably put, you know, I've got a small foldable nylon tote that I take with me. That would go in as well. That zips up. And then we've still got the two pockets down the side. I put my little Chanel card holder that lives in its dust bag because it's lambskin. I know it's crazy, but, you know, they cost so much money. I just feel that I really need to look after it, as opposed to this plastic card holder from Amazon that, you know, is probably much better because I don't have to bother whether that gets scratched or anything. So those two are going down that side. I've also got a case for my business cards. That's going in that side as well. Lip balm. Reading glasses. And we've still got the other pocket to go. Okay, so in the other pocket, I'm going to put this, you know, my little makeup case. I really like this one because it's quite flat, so it's easy to get into most bags. That's going in the other pocket. What else do we need? I usually put a mask in just out of habit. small mirror in a pouch again. I know, I'm just, you know, it's the obsessive compulsive disorder thing. And that is about it. So I could probably move the glasses over to that side. And that is what it looks like. And it's pretty heavy with that amount of stuff in, but, you know, it's not uncomfortably so. This one, as I said at the beginning of the video, I've only handheld. I haven't used the crossbody or shoulder strap on this one. So what I'm going to do now is I'll take everything out of the bag, lay it all out on the table so that you can see it properly. You can see what fitted into the bag, and I think what I'm going to do is weigh the bag, because that is one bit of information that isn't on the website. Okay, so that's everything out of the side pocket. So we've got the tote, long wallet, oops, and the phone, which actually goes in flat, you know, at the bottom of the pocket, because as I said, it's got that triangular shape that comes down and wider at the bottom. Okay, so let's find out how much it weighs. Okay, so when the bag is empty, it weighs 700 grams, and that's just over 1.5 pounds for, you know, in old money. It doesn't feel heavy at all, this bag. I mean, I think when bags start to get to the sort of the £2 mark, you know, keep 1 kilo-ish, start to feel a bit heavy, but this, it feels pretty light, and it is really sturdy. I mean, it's well made. The stitching is good. It's very straight. You know, you can see on the side here the stitching is really good. And on the adjustable straps here, oh, and it has 4 feet on the bottom. And it says original glove-tanned leather. And then it just says Coach New York on the front. So you haven't got any screaming logos. And it's just such a neat bag. I mean, the shape is fabulous. I really love the fact that it's timeless. You know, you can buy one of these, and with this quality of leather, this bag will last. It's not the sort of bag that, you know, will look out of date in about 2 years' time. Anyway, let me show you all the things that I took out of the bag. Okay, so inside the bag we have a standard Android phone, my little nylon shopping tote, long wallet, business card holder, little Botox Moi mirror, lip balm, a mask just in case, card holder, other card holder. Seriously, I think I should probably stick with another one of these. Makeup case, reading glasses. There you go. And there'd be room for sunnies on top as well. Pretty good. Okay, so I'll give you a little bit more information about the bag. As I showed you, it has that inside snap pocket. It's got the centre zip compartment. Now it's fabric lined, and it's quite a nice soft, almost feels like suede, but not quite. But it's nice and soft. And you know, I've heard a few people say, oh, it's a shame that it's not lined in leather. I think it's fine, really. I mean, if you line a bag this size in leather, it's going to be heavier, and I'd sooner have it lighter. And really, the fabric, you can see, really nice and soft. It's almost got that suede-like look about it. There. I really like the lining of this bag. I think it's great. And also, you know, if you line it with leather, you have to up the price as well. Okay, so we've got fabric lining. We've got the top handles with a 9.5 centimetre or 3 3/4 inch drop. We've got the detachable strap, which has a 21.5 inch drop or 54.5 centimetres for shoulder or crossbody wear. As I say, I haven't used the strap on the brown one, but I have on the chalk one, so I'll show you that in a moment. It also has, as I've shown you before, the 4 protective feet on the base. Now again, this says length, but you know, I really have to call it width. 35.5 centimetres across, probably from there to there. I would say at its widest point, which is 14 inches. Top to bottom is 8.5 inches, 21.5 centimetres. And across the widest point at the side here, 6.25 inches or 16 centimetres. So the Empire bags are available on the Coach Australia website, as at the time of filming today. There's the Empire 26, slightly smaller than this one, and as I said, I found it just a little bit too small. That's available in black, dark stone, which is lighter than this one's in maple. Love this colour. And there's also chalk available, and they retail at 795 Australian dollars. Now this size, the Empire 28, we've got black and chalk, so this is the chalk, $995, and the Empire 34 in honey brown, $795. The Empire 34 I loved it. It's a nice east-west bag. I'll put a photo of it up there. But as I said, that I could not keep those 2 handles on my shoulder. You know, with them being round, it's not like, you know, if you get flat straps, you can sort of put one on top of the other, and the weight of the bag will sort of keep them in place. But when they're rolled like this, I just, but if you've got wider shoulders than me, which probably isn't difficult, it would be fine. Now, also available on the Coach Australia website, and I only just saw these today, is the Dino or Dino Kisslock frame bag, 1,295 Australian dollars. And I'll put a photo of that up there. Now, I think these sort of bags look great on the runway. You know, they're quirky, they're a bit of fun. But, you know, would you use it? I mean, if you've got $1,300 to just spend on a novelty bag that you just want to put in your dressing room, or you might have children, you know, I'm sure they'd love to play with it, but it is a $1,300 toy. And I've also got the Bear Kisslock frame bag, and that one's up there now, also $1,295. And I think this is really cute. I think kids would adore playing with this, but it is an expensive toy, $1,295. But who knows? I'm sure some children have toys that cost a lot more than that. Okay, so in summing up, the leather's great. The size is perfect for just a standard everyday bag. You know, the larger sizes would be great for a weekend bag. There's the option of the shoulder strap, which I'll show you now. And this as well is a perfect width. You know, a lot of shoulder straps, because of my narrow shoulders, I find are too wide. And some are too narrow, and then they dig into your shoulder if you've got your bag, you know, loaded up. Now, I like the hardware as well. It's gold tone brass hardware, which is a really nice quality. Now you attach the shoulder strap or crossbody strap to the D-rings there and there, which I also like them being in the centre of the bag. I don't like the ones where you have one there and one over there, because then it sort of, it does this to the bag, you know. I just, you know, which is why my Alma BB is being sold. Now I have put an extra hole in this, but you could put another one in, you know, without that going down past the strap there. Do you see what I mean? I think it looks strange if you've got the strap sort of going down, you know, hanging over this part of the bag. But I could put another one in. So it does sit quite low, but I actually like bags at this sort of height, because I don't like these handles sort of anywhere near my arms. Now crossbody, which is something I don't do because of claustrophobia, which sounds ridiculous, I know, but for the sake of showing you what it's like, this is it crossbody. Sits really well. You know, you can access the bag easily. Centre pocket, no problem. The chalk one, by the way, has a tan coloured lining that you can see there. I really do like this fabric that they've used for the interior. And as I said, the width of this strap is ideal. I would say that's probably just over an inch. In centimetres, what's that? 2.5 centimetres, I think. Not sure. I think it's 2.5 centimetres. So there we have it. The Coach Empire Carryall 28. And I think Carryall says it all, because as you could see, it fits a lot. It really does. Do have a look on the website and have a look at the Dino or Dino Kisslock bag and the Bear Kisslock bag, because they're really fun. I mean, I personally wouldn't spend that amount of money on a novelty bag, but you know, if you want a novelty bag and you think it's wonderful, you go and buy it. I mean, we're all different, and thank goodness we are. I hope that covered all the information that you might need if you're considering buying an Empire 28 bag. And if you did enjoy this video or any of my other videos, I'd really appreciate it if you'd subscribe to my channel. And on that note, I think I'll just say thank you for watching, thank you for listening to me. À bientôt mes amis, au revoir et bonsoir.